Hello everybody, we are here with a general and timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Right. I'm seeing something going on internally. I want to see the context surrounding this situation. All right. We have this Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. It looks like by you walking away from something that may not be in alignment any longer, that you're walking straight into abundance. So this is a moment where you would be blocking your abundance by saying in something that's not resonating with you anymore. This is like some situation where you're like, my heart's not really in it anymore. And as soon as you walk away from this, you step into abundance. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is about. Nine of Pentacles is about being in a space where you get to enjoy all of the work that you've put in, where you get to like relax into it, where you're really seeing those results. I'm also hearing being accommodated as well. And maybe you don't feel like you're being accommodated in the current situation you find yourself in, or in whatever it is that you're going to be leaving behind. Like maybe you don't feel like you're getting to enjoy maybe something that you want to be enjoying, that you'll be able to enjoy. This looks like abundance connected with a relationship, potentially. This is a relationship that you would enjoy. So you're moving on from something that feels empty to you in a way, emotionally especially. You're transitioning into a space where you're going to get to really enjoy what looks to be a harmonious relationship, or something that you want to be present in a more habitual way, in a more habitual manner. It looks like somebody that's coming through, you're going to be connecting with them more consistently. Something about this consistent connection relationship is going to be helping you. It seems like it's going to help you in certain ways, like take care of yourself. Like I'm actually seeing this connection be part of your self-care. It seems like it's also going to inspire you to take action more. What's interesting is that like this connection that you're going to be a part of, it seems like more often, or it's going to become like a more regular thing within your life. It's going to help you realize this energy within you that is the King of Wands. And that's a beautiful thing, because it means that rather than like sitting back and waiting for permission or waiting for life to happen, this means that you're going to recognize yourself as somebody that can get things done. And also, this is by you connecting with this person in whatever way it is that you're connecting with them. I'm just seeing that this is going to be somebody, it's like a more established, like regular relationship within your life. They're going to help you, your connection with this person, it's going to help you see yourself as somebody capable. It's going to boost your confidence. It's going to be able to reflect and show you sides of yourself that maybe you weren't trusting before, maybe you weren't believing in before, maybe you felt inadequate in certain ways. So this is definitely somebody that's going to be like really supportive and encouraging to you. And is really going to encourage you as well to like assert yourself and to trust yourself and to do that, to show up. So yeah, if you had been within a situation before where you felt like insecure about taking action, this connection is going to be the opposite of that. It's going to be something that really empowers you in that way and has you really like trusting your perception and your ability to step up and to show up, to thrive. I'm seeing you're going to be learning a lot about yourself through this connection. Like, this is going to really raise your confidence in a big way. Maybe especially to raise your confidence in an interpersonal way. Like, when it comes to your relationships with other people. Like, I'm seeing a lot that you're going to be learning about yourself and your ability to take action. It seems like it's also going to help you to let go of what you don't need to hold on to anymore. Like, it's going to make it clear and obvious to you if you're holding on to something for obsolete reasons at this point. It's going to be an opportunity for you to release those things and grab hold of what wants to really grow within your life. I'm seeing that before you would have taken action, but you may not have been trusting yourself to do so. I see this as more so you not trusting yourself to, like, make certain judgments and then take action. So although you may still be in a situation where there's this sense of you feeling incomplete, where you may feel like you constantly are trying to get your needs met, however you still come up empty, I'm seeing you're like learning what that looks like to you by observing how you're feeling. And it seems too that you're going to naturally be gravitating towards what feels like deeper connections to you internally. So I'm almost seeing you observe where you are now, and it's teaching you where you want to be moving to. And I'm seeing that you're going to be moving into a space of abundance as soon as you make this shift, as soon as you make this change. But this means that there may be something that's been habitually in your life where you're like, when I check in with myself, I feel maybe on the outside that this is what looks good, but it may not be what I'm emotionally connected to. I'm seeing what's becoming most relevant within this situation is like internally how you feel. So like externally, maybe this is a great situation. Maybe like onlookers look at this and they're like, you have a nice setup here, but you're like, internally, I feel like something's missing. I don't really feel like this is completely resonating with me. I feel kind of empty. I feel unsettled. I feel a lack of satisfaction. I feel a lack of motivation internally to be within this situation. And there's this part of me that is stubbornly holding on to this and holding on to this so tightly because I'm scared to take responsibility and to trust my judgment to take action. So by you reevaluating this situation that you're in habitually, I'm seeing this be a habit of yours, and it looks like it's connected with a relationship. By you learning about, it's like learning about this relationship between what you hold on to. It's like this. You may not have realized that you were holding on to something that lacks satisfaction within your life, and this is going to be a moment when you realize that you don't need to hold on to the things that aren't resonating with you anymore. But you may not have like consciously recognized that yet. You may have for many other reasons besides being like internally satisfied been holding on to a situation. Now you're getting to a point where you're realizing again that you've been holding on to something that really lacks what you need emotionally. Like it's not meeting your needs emotionally. So by you learning about this and putting like 2 and 2 together within this situation is going to help you recognize why you've been feeling stagnant, why you've been feeling unhappy, and what that means as far as what you're meant to be letting go of. I think this is also showing you too, it just feels like being in a situation where you're holding on to something so tightly, like for what? For what reason? And I'm seeing because it feels comfortable, because it's a habit. The interesting thing is that this lack of abundance that you've been feeling, and I'm seeing there's like a lack of abundance, right? And so you hold on to something really tightly because you're like, I want to feel abundant. And so in my head, if I keep holding on to this, it's going to give me that abundance. But what you realize is that by letting go of this situation, that's when the abundance comes through. Which feels in the moment like quite ironic, because you're like, I've been wanting to feel abundant, and that's why I've been squeezing this so tightly. And as soon as you release it, you step into this abundance. That Nine of Pentacles is there. So you have an opportunity coming through that feels very clear to you, where it's up to you whether or not you take action here. But again, I'm seeing you question yourself. This is like, I don't trust myself to take action. I don't trust myself to be independent and make a choice. This is like, I'm looking for someone else to make this choice for me, or for someone else to make the first move. So this is something where you're learning to trust yourself, and you're learning to take action and validate yourself rather than looking around for somebody else to give you advice or to tell you what to do. This is about you taking the initiative. This is about you stepping into your masculine energy. Masculine has nothing to do with gender. We all have masculine and feminine energy. You're not just one of them. But if you're only leaning into one of them, you're going to feel that imbalance. And especially if you've been leaning into your feminine energy without also leaning into your masculine energy, you may always look around for someone else to take the lead. So you feel in certain ways like your life is determined by everybody else except for you, and you feel such a lack of control, but it's because you're not taking control. And so you feel incomplete, like I need somebody to tell me what to do, because there's a blockage when it comes to your masculine energy. I'm seeing you're making progress with this, so it's not that you're going nowhere. I'm just seeing this be like a tricky situation that you're maneuvering through currently. But this is all about you like finding your courage and recognizing that you're in a difficult, challenging spot right now, and also that you're capable. But I'm seeing this definitely be putting you through some mental gymnastics here about you feeling, the word impotent is coming through. It's like not trusting your ability, your potency, like feeling a lack of efficacy. So I'm seeing your guides be like, right now, if there is an area of your life where you're not taking action, where you feel unsatisfied by something, it's like this. You feel unsatisfied by something, and you may be waiting for somebody else to come through and do something to change that. This is a moment where it's being highlighted that it's you that needs to change this. It's you that needs to step up. It's you that needs to take action. So even though you may be in a spot where you're like, I don't want to be the one to take action. I don't want to be the one to make the choice. I don't want to be the one that has to do this. I don't want to be in the driver's seat. This is a moment where life is kind of forcing you into a situation where you're checking out, why do I feel a lack of ability to take control? Why am I putting this in the hands of somebody else? What has me feeling like somebody else is more qualified to be taking control than I am? And I'm seeing this is definitely going to be an eye-opening experience that you're connecting with here. This is the beginning of life being put in your hands. Not just that, but you like recognizing that it's not up to anybody else, and that it's up to you. And so if you don't like the way that something is going, or the way that something is happening, it's up to you to change it, not anybody else. It reminds me too of like we get into these situations where we can get so fixated on controlling other people and what they're doing. Like, I wish they would do this instead of that, and all of this stuff, where you recognize that if you don't like these situations, you can't control another person, but you can control what you do and what you participate in. And so every time you catch yourself complaining about somebody else, it's about reframing it and ask yourself how this comes back to you and you needing to take action and what you can do, instead of trying to control somebody else and what they're doing. It's about taking accountability, responsibility within the moment. If you want something to change. Interesting. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for connecting. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.